Hi, that abruptly cut off. So we're back. So I hope your New Year's is going great so far. Shout out where you are if it's already New Year's, if it's not already New Year's. Hey Donna, hi. Hi. So I am exhausted. Like I said, hi Deborah. I had a private party last night. I'm still exhausted from that. And I'm rolling right into marathon tarot readings for you guys. So I was while I was making the hi, Facebook user. Hi, Texas. You. Happy New Year from Maryland. Robin, welcome. So, guys, what this is all about is I'll do readings for you guys, or I will do celebrity readings, whatever you want. You can make a donation if you want. You can just tell me Happy New Year, whatever you'd like. But I was looking at some details, some news, and I saw that Andy, we talked about another Andrew when I was live at 3 o'clock, but it seems that Andy has had his security and staff taken out, not not taken out, taken away due to his not being a working royal. So I thought we'd take a look at that. I look like I'm fading fast over here. My makeup still looks good, but oh Deborah, it sounds like Ukraine outside your house. That stinks. California. Hey Patty from Cali. Hi, everybody. So if you would like me to read for you, just hi Tarot Destiny, let me know in the comments, make it bold so I can see it, because I'm the only one working here. Gregopedia's upstairs playing Warhammer with two of our friends. I told you guys that we had some friends coming over. So I'm on my own. I'm like clapping with one hand. But let's take a look at Andy's future. I think that's a good place to start. Is this business with them taking his staff away, is that some kind of notice of some things? Let's switch around. We'll do the big screen. And I moved my my lighting back a little bit. I think the lighting's a little bit better. Hey Sue from Wisconsin. How cold is it there, Sue? How cold are you? I know you just had that massive cold snap. We just had a massive cold snap too, but it's 49 degrees outside and raining right now in New Jersey. It was so foggy. It was like World War Z kind of fog outside today. It definitely looked like zombie apocalypse. So let's see how Andy is feeling right now. Let's see how he's doing. 27 degrees, Susan. Wow. And listen, guys, I'm only going to be on like an hour. So if you do want to get a reading, let me know fast and furious. So there's something up with this taking away his staff. It's in exchange for something else. They're letting him keep like some kind of security or some kind of protection, so that in exchange for that staff. So he may not have like housekeeping, a manservant, a cook, chambermaid. He may not have those things. I think it was in exchange for having some security. They said, hey, this is more important for you to remain safe and secure in terms of security. So that's interesting. He is not thrilled about it because he's between a rock and a hard place. He can't earn any money. He doesn't have any way to make a living, to earn money if he were to pay for that himself. So unlike some people who think they can go off and have wild careers. So he's kind of biding his time with this. He's biting his tongue and trying to figure out how he can kind of put those items back in place. I don't think there's really much of a way for him to do that. He wants that luxury back. He is SOL. You all know what that means. And I believe Fergie still lives on some properties that are owned by the crown. I have a feeling that relationship is going to become a bit more prominent, maybe a bit more PR on that. Hi, Serendip. Hi, Jay. So we're reading on Andy and him losing his staff. So the funding for his staff. So I have a feeling that he's working together with the Fergalicious on this. Well, she's not the Fergalicious. She's the OG Fergalicious. Her toes were Fergalicious. Oh, did I really say that? So let's see who came up with this plan. Who pulled the funding? So I think it was a solitary decision. But I think it was a decision they made him make. I think they kind of forced him to make this decision. Let's see what his year is going to be like. We'll go through the year. All right, so January, February, March, he is basically just kind of turtling up there at the on the grounds wherever he's staying. He's just turtling up. He's just kind of keeping to himself, trying to ignore everything that's going on. He wants to keep pretending that he's still a participant. He's still part of the royal family. He's still doing things. I'm a prince of the blood. You can't take that away from me. And he's really digging his heels in, just kind of sticking with that. He doesn't realize that the crown has changed hands. He does not. He really doesn't realize it. He really still thinks Mummy is still there. Intellectually he knows that she's not, but he just thinks that whatever Mummy said is going to continue. He doesn't understand that there's actually another person there that's making decisions. I do feel that it's more Prince William making the harder decisions. I think Prince Charles is leaving that to William to make the decisions, to execute the decisions. He's really kind of putting him in that sort of spot. Because it's much easier for William to do it than it is for Charles to do it. Charles, it's his brother. It's a very hard decision. So we have January, February, March, April, May, June. By June, by the beginning of the summer, he's really going to be feeling the pinch. This Andy is. He's really going to be feeling the pinch of not having that kind of, excess cash that he can work with, excess luxury. He's not going to I can't believe I have to scrub my own toilets. He'll be making some, sorry guys, hard decisions. By July, August, September, He's going to feel very put out by July, August, September. By the end of the summer, I think he is really going to feel put out. I do not know if he's going up to Balmoral this year. I don't think that he will. I think he will have to stay put and just kind of not mix with the family much. He's not going to be happy about it. He's absolutely not going to be happy about it. So October, November, December, this is where we start to see him taking a little bit of a darker path, a little bit. He's going to try and save his own skin. I think he's going to try and do like a book or something like that. Some kind of interview, get some information out there, and it's going to fall terribly. It's just not going to work. Like, people are just not ready to forgive him. They're not ready to forget. Just doesn't seem like it's going to be that great for him. So Robin, that's fantastic. Robin, let's do this. General reading for yourself. Thank you for your contribution, Miss Robin. So which deck is I'm going to give you my super gold deck. We'll use that one. Everybody loves this deck. All right. So general reading for yourself. Let's do your 12 months, sweetie pie. January, February, March. So January is definitely recovery time. We're getting some funding put back together, maybe reordering the way that we do things financially, getting our house in order. This could be something as simple as decluttering, reorganizing, redecorating. I don't know if I said that. This could be something very simple like that. You could be replacing items with Christmas gifts that you got, that sort of thing. It's the settling in, not moving away from chaos. It's more of a settling in and kind of like zhuzhing up the place. I know I've said that before. So we're going to do just a bit of that in the beginning of the year. It's nothing too detrimental. By March, we're going to feel very successful, much more settled. I don't know if you moved locations or something. I'm not sure, but this is a settling in, getting very comfortable where you are. We have April, May, June. So now we've got a couple of players in here who feel neglected. They feel like they haven't had your full attention. So one of them could be someone that's a little bit younger and acting out, and someone who is a little bit older and acting out. So, the negative attention getting tactics right here, definitely alive and well. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me drink some water. Hang on. Oh, this tarot reader is tired. You recently moved as a birthday present to yourself. Great. So you're going to be settling in over the next couple of months. Take your time, get nice and cozy there. You're going to feel really at home by the time we get to March. Some of these people are feeling neglected. They feel like you haven't been paying much attention to them. You can make a choice here. So by the time we get to June, you're making choices about how to handle the neediness of these two. And it looks like you do want to put a stop to it because it's very disruptive to your emotions. It's almost like they are kind of manipulating your emotions, like, oh, well, I just feel really lonely. So, I would definitely not let anybody guilt trip me. This is going to continue for a while. Don't let it interfere with your home life. Here we are all the way in September, and your home's going to be a little bit upside down because somebody's going to be guilt tripping you, maybe doing a little bit gaslighting. Don't take that to heart. The way around it is you can always let them know that you understand how they feel, but the reality is that you're making decisions to preserve yourself. So, into the fall, winter of next year, October, November, December, it looks like you're negotiating with one of those individuals a little bit, just so that they will understand that they're kind of, your cousin has been really needy. Okay, I'm reading the comments while we're doing this. So Robin says her cousin's been really needy. I hope your cousin's not on here. So this is about getting to an equal playing field, letting them know, having them respect your decision and what you tell them, and then getting into this great sense of preservation for yourself, and just really being happy. So I think the move was a great move. I think it was a good idea. I think it was something you needed to do. And, that's always like a really good refresh. And we really get our emotions shaken up, our energies get shaken up, and it's really a good thing. So just know that there's a couple of people that are going to be like, well, you're not paying attention to me anymore. And you do you. So, the move is very good for you psychologically. You're gonna, kind of cool out and kind of get into a really good space. So now let's take a look at what's going on with Bennifer. Let's just get a baseline on them. How are they doing? Here's Ben. Here's Jennifer. They keep telling us that they're not breaking up. I don't know about this, guys, but look at these cards that I got. Okay, so for him, I get the Eight of Swords in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, the Eight of Cups. We all know Eight of Cups is walking away. That's giving up, walking away, trying to find something better, leaving something good for something, leaving something okay for something that may be better. And then for her, we've got the Death card, the World in reverse, and the Six of Wands. Possibly she knows that it's kind of a dead duck, like things are not working out, but she is trying to not move forward with that. She does not want it to end. She doesn't want it to be over. So I think it's curious, their relationship together. Take a quick look at her. She doesn't want to have to do this over again. That's her whole thing. It's a lot of work. She doesn't want to do it over again. She wants to stay together. She wants to keep the business together. She wants to make it a happy thing, even if it hurts. So yeah. Oh, hang on. Who is this? Once again, we got another troll in the dungeon on Facebook. Facebook is unbelievable with these trolls. It's just crazy. Hi, Catherine. Thank you for sharing, sweetie pie. Thank you. So let me just put that back up here. So we're still on J-Lo and Bennifer. Oh, Catherine, Happy New Year. It's already New Year by you. Happy New Year. I hope you're having a great night. So, Catherine, how's your weather out there in Ireland, too, while we're at it? So, she's really just trying to keep this together, even if it hurts, even if it's not perfect. She just does not want to start this over again. And I can't blame her. I think it's a lot of work to, get married 3 or 4 times. I'm not sure how many times she got married. I think it's 3, but that's a lot of work. That's a lot of money to cast out. So, what is her plan moving forward? What's her plan with this moving forward? Don't care if it hurts. Wanna have control. Want a perfect body. Want a perfect soul. Sorry. So yeah, she still thinks that she can kind of teach him to not be moody, to kind of buck up little camper. Like she really thinks that she can do that. But it's like she's like a little firecracker. So what happened? This is marriage for. Thank you, Robin. So she's like a little firecracker. Like she lets it go, and then boom, she blows up and she goes on her own. Her beef is that he is just so emotionally bottoming out. Like that's kind of a thing that he goes into where he just kind of emotionally bottoms out, and he's just like, oh, exhausted. Like that picture of him smoking, I think, is really indicative, where he's just like and aggravated with everything. I don't feel that he really feels joy unless he is ripping it up and having a great time. Like it's a whipped up environment. So she's still trying to teach him to love and to be happy. As far as her, I think that there is a sense of joy there, but her work ethic is just so intense that it just kind of covers everything. It just kind of smoke screens everything else. So let's take a look at him. Like, what is his deal? What is his deal? Shelly, is that you taking the trash out? Shelly's on Facebook over there taking care of the trolls. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you, Shelly. Meow meow. All right, so he's another one. So he just doesn't want to, can't be bothered to go back out there and do the work. Like he just is like, yeah, I'm just going to coast along, sit here. Oh, sorry guys, and watch football. I'm just going to throw myself in a chair and watch some football. He doesn't want to break up the marriage. So all of us that are saying, yeah, I think that marriage is in a weird spot. I think it's in a weird spot. It may be in a weird spot, but it doesn't look like they're going to disassemble it. Not yet, anyway. Looks like they're quite content doing what they're doing. Definitely not moving forward with Chariot in reverse, not moving forward with that Eight of Wands, and he's just letting her do all the talking, just do all the talking, and perfectly content. Like it's almost like he's retired. I don't think that he's going to be doing movie after movie after movie. He might do like a couple of projects here and there, but it looks like nah, we're just chilling out for now. So with that, who are we on to next? I just saw that Billy Idol is getting a star on the Walk of Fame on January 5th. That's pretty exciting. Sunny Girl, let me see. Third and first Deacon Leos, both of them. He's super lazy and petulant, and she wants control. Mom and son energy. Yeah, it kind of feels that way reading for them. Just it really does. I'm curious what J-Lo is like as a parent. Like, I really wonder what she's like. Catherine, I got you, baby. I got you. Let me get it. I'm gonna switch up decks. Put that on there. And we'll do like a quick 12-month for you, Catherine. You're up late, sweetie pie. Yeah, cool. Billy Idol, right? Tarot Destiny. Fun fact: who knows the name of Billy Idol's original band? You get extra cool points if you know his real name. Oh, and the British people, I don't think you guys can answer. Because you guys might know it. So Catherine. And it's foggy as all get out here, love. It's crazy. All right, Catherine. I'll get some cards for you. How's my Irish accent? How is that? All right, so we got January. January looking nice. So, January, you're going to be making some changes. Now, everybody gets worried when we see the Tower card pop up. The Tower card is about forcing change upon us when it's upright. So it's the universe, pushing some changes onto us, making us get out of our comfort zone, that kind of thing. Oh, my accent was perfect. Thank you, Catherine. Oh, you're a dear. Thank you. So the only reason I can do Scottish and Irish accents well is because my son's dad is from Scotland. I used to make fun of his accent when we were fighting, but the Irish one just kind of came along. It just came along. It's a fun accent to use. When the tower is in reverse, that is when we make changes to our life, when we start to make wholesale really unique changes, things to our benefit. And here it is, January, you're making some changes, you're enacting them. This isn't like something is going to happen to you. You're going to make this happen. It's by your own agency. And there's a lot of language in here. Now, I don't know if you want to write something or if you work in a writing industry, but this is right here looks like a little bit of not writer block, but writer confusion. So it's like you've got all of these things that you want to write, and it's almost like you're tripping over all of the projects. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a writing project, but this could be any kind of like a work project. You're just kind of tripping over the details of it and getting the actual layers and assignments within the assignment done one at a time. So it's kind of like your energy is really, really scattered all over the place, and you're having a very hard time putting a fine point on it. So what's our solution for that? We go into April, May, June. So the solution for that is to stop whatever this thing is. Okay, whatever life-changing thing you're trying to do, or that you want to do. Stop the project with all the extras. Okay, so we're going to boil it back down, and you want to just do like the top 3 bullet points on the project. Don't get all caught up in the additional bullet points, the additional details. I'm a fiction writer too, and one of the hardest things is to just write and not go back and edit, or not go back and add more character detail. There's a few different programs that you can use when you're writing a longer piece of a piece of writing. The idea is you want to get the story out and complete it, beginning, middle, end, your 3 acts. And then you want to add those different details in there. You can go back, you can do your character development. You can add more characters. You can meld characters. You make amalgams. What you need to do is kind of boil it back, like, make that balsamic reduction and just take all of these tasks that are within and bring them back down to just a simple syrup, if you will. So once you do that, then you'll gain some better perspective. I think also with adding some more opinions into it, valued opinions. You go and you say, well, I want to do XYZ. How would you do this? And you bring Bob's opinion in. Then you talk to Mary Sue, and Mary Sue can give you her opinion, how she would do it. So then we get into July is going to be fantastic. Everybody looks like they're having a good summer. I've been looking at the economy and everything. It looks like, we're still kind of, limping along until March. But everybody seems to be having like, hot girl summer, hot cash summer, running around having a great time summer. Everybody seems to be getting that. Like it really looks like we're gonna have some spirits lifted by summertime. So July is going to be fantastic for you. August, a little bit reckless. So, typically what this would be is just the summer's going to kind of get away from you. You're going to get into that mode of, summertime living where you're just a bit less serious about things, a bit less disciplined about things in your life. And then when we get to September, that discipline's kind of slipped away from you. So you have to shore it back up and you have to try and get back onto whatever program it is, whether it is working out, going into the office on the reg, anything like that. You're going to have to kind of get back into those habits and build those habits back into your life. So that's okay. That's totally fine. These are all like really, really easily fixable things. So whatever this, notable change that we talked about back in January, this upheaval of your life, this significant change to your life, I think, part of it is going to loosen up your responsibilities for some time. So it's going to be a little bit tricky to get back into them by the time we get into the fall and the winter. The emptying of one's cup to kind of focus more. This is about getting more disciplined and adding more responsibilities in with that Five of Pentacles in reverse. What we want to do is start to come back to the physical, start to come back to the terrestrial and restructure that way. So, you can have all the fun you want. We're usually a lot more energetic, energetically influenced when we're more active and having fun because we're feeling that joy. When we go to work, we're like, and like you're dragging along with your meat puppet. This is about kind of bringing that back in, getting the discipline back in, getting the physicality of your life back in, and that regularity, that those habits and those milestones that we have to hit, like on the reg every week. So when we get to November, sorry guys. November, we are speeding along, and this project, whatever this project is back here, it's going to heat up and it's going to just speed along, and it's going to and it's got, sorry, I'm reading the comments here. So things are just going to come together, and you're really going to be in a position of power by next year. You're really going to be in a very different mindset, and a very different I don't want to say outlook, but a very, very different your environment's going to respond differently to you. It's going to respond much better, much quicker. So it looks like a good year for you. I mean, it's absolutely some work that you're going to put in, but it's definitely a good year for you. This is a growth year and a building year for you. You're going to start to do some really, really cool stuff. So, all right. So let's see what M's question is. Well, my energy seeing strength. And what to stay away from. Oh, you're very welcome, Catherine. So, okay, hang on. We're going to get these guys out here. Mystical Melodies, come on down. So Tarot Destiny, yes, I am a woman of a lot of talents. No, I will never say, Em, I will never say stay away from caffeine. I like caffeine. But I did switch to tea, and tea totally hits differently from coffee. I had coffee today, and I think that's why I'm crashing. But I one of my viewers told me to switch to Yorkshire Red, and I got Yorkshire Red, and I got Yorkshire Gold, and so I make the gold in my big cup and in my teapot, and my daughter is very fond of the red. So we have our little tea times. I made crumpets the other day. I made homemade crumpets. Everyone had some fun with them. And they 100% are better on the second day. So let's see. Let's see. Feel your energy seeing strengthen in the new year. Oh, that's a yes. That's a big yes. Big fat yes right there for you. All right, so we got a yes. So what will help strengthen it? So let's do this. We'll just pull from the middle of the deck. Okay. So what's going to help strengthen it? And we're going to start at the middle. Insulating yourself from the emotion of when you're doing reading. So that is one of the things that's very important. It's one of the reasons why I don't do the true crime readings. I really try and stay away from those, because what happens is I get very emotional about them, and I can't leave it on the table. Like, I just keep thinking about it. I keep thinking about it. Like, it's the same thing. Like, if I ever hear something happened awful to an animal, like I just can't shake it. I can't get rid of it. So I try. I honestly, I know I shouldn't do this, but I really do try and avoid all of that. And I was a true crime fan. I was a horror movie fan when I was younger. I just can't do it anymore. It just sticks with me too much. And you are what you eat, you are what you consume, even in visual and writing and psychic work. You do have to be very careful about, what kind of sticks with you. So grounding definitely helps, but getting the emotion out of it, splitting the emotion. So if you ever watch any of the hypnosis, movies with hypnosis in it, and they say, okay, I want you, somebody starts crying, they're in the middle of their hypnosis session and they're sobbing because what's a great movie for this? Dead Again. Dead Again with Kenneth Branagh and Emma Thompson. Robin Williams has a bit part in it, and Derek Jacobi's in it. It's a fantastic movie. It's one of my favorite movies. There's a hypnosis session where they're doing Derek Jacobi is a hypnotist, and he's doing a hypnosis session, and Kenneth Branagh starts crying, and he's like really upset. And he goes, I want you to stop, and just, you're going to get rid of all of the emotion. That's one of the things we have to do when we're doing psychic work. We have to separate that emotion. We have to insulate ourselves from the emotion, because if you are reading for someone who is very upset about something, and you pick up on that, and you start, as you develop your craft, as you develop your skills, you could have that kind of stick with you, and you're not going to be effective if someone is upset and they're asking you for a reading. I don't read for people when they're hysterical crying, of course. Like, we're just going to get a whole craziness of energy and reading there. But if they're crying, you're going to be crying with them. You're going to pick up on that, because you're tapping into all of these different energy levels. So separating the emotion, this is something that you absolutely should do. And a lot of people think that it limits their psychic work, but it doesn't, because what you're going to do is practice not having it. It's like doing yoga and practicing keeping those abs in so that you're pulling back into your spinal column. It's just a matter of practice. You're still going to be aware of whatever emotions there. You're still going to be effective in explaining how they can mitigate it or how they can manage it. You're still going to be able to do that, but you're not going to be effective. So that's one of the things. Any of your past life regression, they tell you, don't get upset by what you see, kind of step back. Past life regression, any of those things, just you can give yourself like a safety word or a word where if you start to do that, you just go okay, and you take like a handkerchief out in your mind and like wipe your face and like you're okay, like the emotion is gone, or you blow the emotion into a paper bag. I know when I meditate, I get distracted very, very easily, and so like I'll be trying to meditate and I'll start thinking about the pile of laundry or the dishes that are in the sink or what time I have to pick up my dry cleaning tomorrow. So what I do in my mind, I actually see a big broom that sweeps it out to the sides. It's like a big old fashioned, like broom like this. Oh, I have a broom here. I don't know if you guys knew this. I have a broom. It smells like lavender. So it's a lavender broom. Go figure. This is what I have in my office. So, you can use like a broom and kind of sweep everything over. Yes. What's up? Pee pee?
Beeping.
Oh,
Take it out.
no, the stove will shut off, but you just shut it off. It's fine in there. I'll come up.
Just shut it off.
Yeah. Yeah. Beef stroganoff is cooking away in the kitchen. So, so unplugging from the emotion, that is going to help you, because you when you don't get hung up on the emotions, you can get deeper into what's going on in your mind's eye, in that vision that you're having. So that I think is going to be really good for you. And that is something that's going to open up doors, and it's going to deepen the experiences that you have. So I did 3 this year. The last one I felt like I was being pulled to pull away from it. Good. Okay. Yeah, definitely. That is really what I think is going to help you, and it's going to help you separate from the person that you're reading for. It's going to help you separate even from past life regressions, things like that, if you're going into looking at some of the other things that you've done. So so that I think developing a practice where you're not getting sucked into the emotion of the people that you're reading for. And if I don't know if you're coming to my tarot class, or I think it might be out of your time zone. It might be like a weird time for you. I'll see if I can email me, and I'll see if we can set something up, because I know you're in New Zealand. Yes, New Zealand or Australia. What time is it there? Is it? Am I right? I think I'm right. Australia. You're in Australia. Okay. So what should you stay away from? Let's see what you should stay away from. So this really is kind of a make sure you walk before you run kind of thing. I do smaller practice readings, but not great big giant ones, because the smaller ones, you're going to be much more effective at learning the language of the cards and learning the sentence that they spell out in front of you. Um, it's great to start adding those, clauses and phrases and compound sentences, and having, semicolons in there. Like it's really great to have that. But when you learn a language, you first need to learn, I want pasta, I want hot dogs, I want French fries. I work at my name is. So doing the smaller readings, and by smaller reading, I mean 5 cards. This I consider a smaller reading. We do, that heart of the matter card, and then the under the surface card. So I think, and this, I'm glad this came up, the heart of the matter, the sad squirrel getting frustrated. The smaller the readings, the easier it's going to be to tap in and let your psychic mind take over, and let your psychic mind start to present rather than just reading the cards. So, inductive tarot reading, you just read the cards. Like, this is the world, this is an ending, this is 10 of wands, this is being overburdened. You're overburdened, so you're just going to run and get out of it. So, you could read those two cards like that. But when you start to read intuitively, you're taking the cards and they're kind of the railed part of the chute that's going to throw you out and like shoot you off into the universe. So you'll start to get more impressions, you'll start to get more psychic nudges if you use less cards to begin with. You can do the 5-card spread like I do, and you just read it like a sentence. You just say, okay, well, this is first and this is last. This is where we start. This is where we end up. And then I always do like a heart of the matter and shadow self under the surface card. So, doing like this, the things you should stay away from the big readings. The big readings are going to scare you. The big readings will feel right. They will feel like, oh, I'm doing this and I'm putting it together. But the hidden information, you're going to wind up reading the cards too much and not bringing that psychic mind in. And you can do that. Like, you don't have to shy away from that. You don't have to be an inductive reader for 100 years and then your psychic abilities develop. We're developing them all along from day one. If you start to do those much larger readings, you're going to read the cards, you're going to get frustrated and disappointed with yourself. Then you'll feel kind of overburdened by it and possibly end your practice. So we don't want to see that happen. Just, aim small, miss small. That's really the best thing. And this way you'll start to get those pieces of information that aren't on the cards, and you're going to get the sense of how the cards work together, how pairings work together. I'll be doing some of that in my class. I didn't make an actual class on pairing because we'll just do pairings through the whole thing. So I hope that helped, Miss M. All right, so just send me an email. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. Okay? Don't worry about that. Who is this that wants to get a reading? What is your name? What's your name? So the sad squirrel, there's a sad squirrel and a happy squirrel in this deck. And the sad squirrel really, I don't even think it came with like a little booklet. The sad squirrel for me is like a toddler having a temper tantrum. They want something and they're like so angry. They're like crying and tantruming. The happy squirrel is just happy. And then when my sad squirrel goes upside down, it's like after the temper tantrum, and now he's like face down crying on the floor. So good. Yeah, Tarot Destiny. For internet purposes, it works really, really well. It's a nice shot. I mean, I still do the Celtic cross on here. I still do some of the other readings, but this just makes it a little bit easier for everybody to see what's there. So, and you physically see energy around everything. Yeah, that can get a little bit cloudy. So, all right. So let's do this. We'll do another celebrity, and then I think I'm going to call it a night and start drinking some Prosecco. Thumbs up. Who is this this Facebook user that wants a reading? Let me know what you want a reading on. What do you want? What you want? Because otherwise I'm just going to give you a general. So is that Shelly? No sloppy shuffles tonight. I know, right? Like I gotta start drinking. So last night when I was at the party that I was at, I dropped my deck like 3 times with this one lady, and I was like, sloppy shuffle. So it was pretty funny. Yeah, my whole inside of my mouth is killing me though. I got new trays for my Invisalign. Sad news. I thought my Invisalign was going to be done in like 2 months. And they were like, now we're gonna do the refinement, and they re-x-rayed me, they did all this stuff, and I got my new trays. 26 new trays. I am going to be wearing Invisalign until June. So my ortho was like, I want your teeth to be perfect. And I was like, I want them to be perfect too, but I want it a little faster. It's just a little awkward to like, talk and like have celebration time because you can't eat with them. So it's just a little annoying. So, all right. So let's read for this Facebook user. So I'm just going to do general reading for you, honey. So the way forward, Facebook user, is not to quarrel, not to quibble, not to fight. Being right all the time is not really possible in most cases. Fighting to be right in this circumstance, while it gives you this momentary pleasure where like you're like, oh yeah, I got it. This is like that, and like I'm like the master of the wit of the staircase. Like I always think of like really great things to say to somebody, really great insults when like I'm leaving. That's the wit of the staircase. You think of something awesome on the way out the door. So having that last word, getting that last insult in, you know is it worth it in the long run? Oh, sorry guys. In the long run, it's just going to cause you more anxiety for the retaliation. You just be waiting for that retaliation to come back and get you. It's not going to put you into a better position of power. It's not going to put you into a better position where you are better recognized. It's for your intellect, for what you're bringing to the table. You'll be recognized for being kind of a continuous troublemaker, not a problem solver, not a problem starter, but not a problem solver. You're just going to exacerbate whatever situation is going on. Seeing the reasons for other people's arrogance and the reasons that other people fight, sometimes it's better to smile and wave and not get yourself into a situation where you're getting stuck and embroiled in this whole drama with these individuals that get their kicks out of just fighting with people, just being right all the time. We all have those people in our lives that just need to be right all the time, and sometimes it's best just to like I said, a lot of people are cutting the fat in 2023. A lot of the readings that I've been doing, people are either decluttering or decluttering their body, or trying to lose the extra stuff that they have, getting rid of the second job. Some people are trying to get rid of second job. Picking your battles, Tarot Destiny, absolutely. Picking your battles and knowing when to shut up and let somebody look like an idiot. That it's a true art form, just shutting up and letting people look stupid. So that I think is a good lesson, because you'll wind up getting into a spot that you can't quite recover from, and it just make it look bad. So I hope that made sense to you. So now I got another Facebook user. I don't know if it's the same one, but let's see. Hi, Happy New Year. So yeah, Tarot Destiny, it's not the trays that hurt, it's the attachments on my teeth. They're like digging into like my lip. It's really awful. And like I have orthodonture wax, but I'm afraid if I put it on there, it won't come off. Nikki, what advice did I just said? Like when to shut up and like let somebody look stupid. There's my sloppy shuffle. I did it, Robin. Sloppy shuffle. Sloppy shuffle. Everybody drink. All right, so Facebook user, reading please, Facebook user. So evening out the things in your life, and this is definitely an energy thing, evening out the energy that you put out. This isn't like a return on investment of your energy, but it's more of tempering back how much of yourself you're giving out. You don't want to do that. Just kind of measure how much energy you put out there into the world. Keep some for yourself. Now, we all have boundless resources of energy. Yes, we're all creatures of light and energy. But the meat puppet does get tired, so you don't want the meat puppet to get tired. You need to just reserve some more of your energy. You're feeling the depletion, but you're not acknowledging it. So, I just dial it back a little bit, and you're going to find that there's a lot more strength that you have there, and it's going to make you much sharper. So you're going to be able to conduct yourself in a much better fashion. You'll be able to outwit other people. I hate to say that, but not outwit, but you'll be able to. It's like that commercial, like I need a V8. It's like you had a V8, and you'll do much better. So I hope that helped. And I got one more, and I think I'm going to call it a night, guys, because I am beat up. I will be on live tomorrow. I'm not sure what time I'm going to come on live, but I will be on live. I promise you. I will do some readings tomorrow while everybody's recovering. So, hi, I would like a reading, please, with a heart. I'll look at the Facebook comments and comment after I get off. So, hi, Celtic Rune Singer. Happy New Year. Okay, so Facebook user, why are you running from opportunities of love? You're not recognizing these opportunities with people that will be beneficial to your life, energy sources that will be positive influences in your life. It's almost like you get two people are put in front of you, an angel and a devil, and you always go to the devil. I'm not sure why, but the efforts that you put into those relationships are not necessarily spent very well. And this is something that you have to realize. You have to realize that, the easiest relationships are exactly that. They're easy. It's effortless. No relationship is totally effortless, but the day to day, like the getting up and going and getting a cup of coffee, is very easy. It's not a drama. It's not somebody freaking out. It's not somebody yelling. So, and we've all been in that situation where, you make somebody a cocktail and they're like, oh, this is, you put 4 ice cubes in, not 3. I wanted 3. You know, life does not have to be that complicated. If somebody's giving you a hard time like that, like, run as fast as you can, get out of there. But this is like the sorry guys. See, I am tired. I do got to wrap it up. And Celtic Rune. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock here. So we're creeping toward New Year's. Hopefully I'll make it. Last night I was up until like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up this morning. I was a little bit hungover. I'm going to admit it. I was a little hungover. I think it was the gummy bear that I took before I went to sleep that kind of did me in. But nonetheless, so I digress. So learning to detect which person is good for you and not good for you, that is a skill that you will learn. Okay. All you have to do is take your time and let them show you their real self. This is a timing thing. Your judgment is off because you trust way too early. So, and Facebook user is like, wow, yeah, on point. Okay, good. So, take your time. You have all the time in the world. You don't have to get to know someone and commit to a relationship in this much time. You can give it a little bit more time and just kind of route them out. But there are all these good people that keep getting put in front of you by the universe, and you just kind of go for the more dynamic and crazy one. And I get this. I get it. Like we've all been there. A potato chip is way more exciting than kale. I just described dating as kale and potato chips. I know I'm losing it. So I totally understand like the draw of that. The fun things are easier for us. So yeah, we've all been there. Like everybody liked Tommy Lee. Everybody had a crush on Tommy Lee. I had a crush on Billy Idol. The fun fact, Billy Idol's original band was called Generation X. And it was an awesome band. He was absolutely adorable. I have original pressings someplace at my mother's house, I hope. I was going to frame them. I don't know where they are, but I will find them one day. And his real name is William Broad. His real name is Billy. So absolutely adorable. I met him once in person and I was a little drunk and I think I embarrassed myself, but I don't care. He was so cute. I was like, you are so cute. So yes, and he's so old. I think he's the same age as my biological dad. He's so old. He's way too old. No, actually, he's not that old. I think he's in his 60s, but it's horrifying. He really looked old. But nonetheless, so yeah, judgment's off here. So what do you do to fix this? What is the fix for this other than taking your time? Your instincts. You absolutely know when you run into one of these bad boys. You know when you run into one of the devils. Stop, compose yourself. Don't do anything physical, and take some time to mull it over, and take some time to let the bullshit smokescreen kind of go away. Okay. So, that's really what you need to do. This is a timing thing. Don't be quite as impatient and anxious to get into a situation with somebody. Let it take some time and just see if you can, figure the person out before they, show too much of themselves. You need to route out the personality before they show themselves. Hello, Lola. Her name was Lola McNeil. Yes, I am. Do you have a question? Let's see. All right, Rodney. All right, let me change decks for you, sweetie. And then I keep saying I'm going to wrap it up. Let me see. Where are we? Here, Lola, I'm going to give you a sparkly deck. Sparkly deck. Facebook user, you are welcome. Sloppy shuffle, everybody. So, Lola, if it's your first time when I sloppy shuffle, I make everybody take a drink, whatever you got. It's New Year's Eve, so I know you guys got more than water on hand. Some of you might have Gatorade. I could have used a Gatorade this morning. So, all right, Lola, baby, he doesn't know what he wants. He is up in the air here. There's a lot of comments going on here. I should have brought the alcohol. All right, don't go and get some just yet. So he doesn't know what he wants yet. And I always tell people this, like when they're looking for a spouse or a mate or somebody, I tell them make that wish list, because I found my husband. This is my second husband. I found him. I made a wish list, and two of my guy friends cracked up. They go, "You're never going to date anybody again." And it was actually my husband. Like, he pretty much hit almost everything on the list. But and I'd known him my whole life. It never occurred to me that that was the guy. But now here we are together, and life is good, and it's great. So this. He doesn't have that list. He doesn't have a list of what he wants. He's just kind of functioning on like hormones and pheromones and physicality. So he's just like boop, but he doesn't know what he wants of substance. Okay, so he doesn't have that list. Like the morality or sensibilities in common. He doesn't have that. So, he's just kind of trying to figure out what he's trying to do. And he's not really moving anywhere. He's not like, kind of off and not inaccessible. He's busy. And he's not somebody that looks back and considers what has happened, what's been going on. Does he miss you? There's our fond memory card. So possibly misses you, but he's not, and this, I don't take this wrong. Like, I don't want you to think like I'm saying like he's not a thoughtful person. He's not like thinking in his head, but he's really just kind of like operating like he is, oh my God. Oh, is that a troll there? No, I have an important, Abdul apparently is trying to give you an important message about him. I'm sure for 159.95. So, he's just kind of going from event to event. He's going from day to day. He's really just, and I did this when I was in my 20s. Like, I was like, I was in school and I had jobs, and I was dating, and I had a dog, and I'd be like, and I'd go run here, and I'd go surfing for a little while, and then I'd go back, and I would thank you, Lola, you little sweetie. You know what, I wish my husband would do that. My husband should only listen to fortune cookies tarot. So he's kind of in the same situation where he's just kind of running from event to event, not, running from anything. He's just, operating. So let's see. Let's see. What if? Let's do a little what if. Oh, he's active like that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he's got, like, his days are full. He doesn't have a lot of time. By the time he gets into bed, he like falls down, like goes right to sleep. So let's see. What would you have to do to make this a successful reunion? Because that's really so. If we read the card straight, Lola, this says bundle up all that love and present it. And just say to him, hey, this is what I've got. And I'd like to continue, and I'd like to put this together. That being the voice, being the one who puts that out there, sometimes is shocking to men. They go, oh, and it kind of shocks them into sense. Communication is extraordinarily key in this situation, but unfortunately, oh, you don't want to. Okay. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be you that's like, ooh, you know what? I did the wrong thing. I was too much of this. I wasn't enough of this. So, I'm seeing everything you're saying here. So, hang on. So let me see. Okay. Yeah. So Lola, my email is fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com. You can email me. I think you should email me. We'll talk a little bit more about this. Not tonight. I'm gonna go drink some prosecco, but we'll talk a little bit more about this. Just kind of remind me in the email, and then I will answer you probably tomorrow. Let me see if we can take this off the live screen. I know Abdul wants to do it for you, but I'll do it for you. But yeah, I think, you would have to be the one to kind of reach out and let him know, how you feel and everything. So there we go. I know. Email me, honey. Just trust me. I'll take care of you. Okay. All right, boys and girls. Well, listen, I keep yawning. So I am going to call this a night. I think I got everybody covered that asked for reading. So listen, I want all of you to have an amazing new year. Don't get hungover like I did yesterday. And I will be on tomorrow in the morning. I will set up, I'll set up some times. It'll probably be a little bit later in the day. I don't have work on Monday for my day job, so I can keep doing readings on Monday as well. So I hope everybody's having a great night. Hydrate, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in 2003 or I should go to bed. 2023. I'm losing it here. All right, everybody. Oh, we're on Twitter too. I keep forgetting that we're on Twitter. We're new Twitter people. I don't see any comments from Twitter though. I don't have many Twitter followers, and I'm not following many people. I'm like brand new on there, so maybe that'll be like my New Year's thing. Like I'll get more active in Twitter. I'll start twitting around. So, all right, everybody. I will see you all later. I'm going to go upstairs and probably fall asleep. So have a great night. I love you all. Talk to you soon.